Alright, hey guys. So here, part 5. Welcome back. So, I've been doing a lot of, not a lot, a bit of extra stuff. We have more than over 100, if 200, limestone chunks. I lost count halfway through. Also, where the entrance to the cave where the life pod is that's sunk over here, I have it marked with a brain coral. Not sure if it grew yet, but you should see some bubbles around here as a point of reference. Should, at least. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's like something over here. Wow, that looks like a black hole, doesn't it? Like concentric rings, you know? Weird. But with that being growing, probably still, we're gonna go onto the island. I already made like 3 outdoor grow beds back at base. And I have transferred Chinese potato, marble melon, and, well, I was going to transfer lantern fruit, but apparently I didn't grab that. Oh, okay. So I just find this now. I'm gonna come back for this because I need to eat or I'm gonna die. It's on this side of the island. Okay. Oh, and I made myself a flashlight because I was a bit sick and tired of not being able to see. Also, I am collecting a bit more titanium, just so I always have a fair bit left, just in case. Small marble melon. Oh, look at that one there. I already picked this tree clean to eat. Isn't like there's, you know, a few more here, and then the one in the, you know, other room. I wonder, could I even plant, or not plant, use a grow bed on here? Turn off my light for that. Could I even put a grow bed on here? On land? Why, yes I can. I did not think I could, but yes I can. Well, I guess the gassy rag is gonna get a little bit of an extra revamp, eh? So, small marble melon. I can't slice you. Okay, those small marble melon seeds? No, they're just marble melon seeds. Let's pick more of the Chinese potato. So long as we don't pick all of the plant, we're fine. Marble melon. It's like 14 water right there. That guy there. Now we'll have extra food here growing for when we are here or when we come back here. Either way, old fruit stinks. Here's a pop question. Can I... No, I cannot. Okay, no, I know. Let me plant more of the lantern fruit. Seems like they don't grow back quick, necessarily. So, we're just gonna fill up some grow beds here. Because in case if we eat them all off the trees, we still have some growing. Hopefully they grow a little better. Okay. Oh, that's growing nicely. Alright. So. Once I figure out where it is again, once the brain coral grows and there's oxygen bubbles coming off of it, I'll be able to figure out just exactly where it is. But fortunately, that shouldn't take too long. I also went and grabbed myself a gel sack, and I grew some. So, we might, well, yes, we will be able to, not might, we will be able to make aerogel now. I did that just so we can progress a little further. I didn't make anything extra. No hidden sea moth, no nothing. Just to show you. I also made another hatch bulkhead exit onto the grow bed area. So we won't have to be jumping over the railing every other 2 seconds. Yep. Them are the chunks. That is the maximum that can spawn with a max range. That is over 100, almost 200. If that it is 200. Like, that's a lot, right? I let my game stay open for a bit longer. Kind of kept it open, just so I made sure everything did spawn in that could spawn in. I thought that was a life pod there for a minute. I'm like, how did he get over here? Yep, we got gel sacks.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yes, welcome aboard. Put them over here. Ah, yes, the marble melons are growing good. Chinese potato seems to grow pretty quick, yeah. I just transplanted this and it grew pretty quick. Put some Chinese potato in there, huh? In the bioreactor. I bet it'd probably like this because it's all, well, a hardy vegetable common in Federation space, so yeah. Okay. We are eating through some of the stuff here. I did add another panel over there. So, let's go claim our aerogel and plant some more. I also think I'm not getting as many seeds as I would be in comparison to if I was using a regular knife. Okay, so I don't know how much it would be to make the aerogel. I'm going to turn that off just so you guys don't have that in your face, or I might change it to something else. Of course, it'll scan for gel sac. It'll take a minute for that to go away. There we go. I can already notice the frames getting better. Alright. We can scan for the heat area. I also saw some wrecks, didn't go through them. So, I did see glossary on the outside going by what I thought what looked like the rest of the nuclear reactor. So, there's that. There's also data boxes I could scan for. So let's get scanning. Let's wait a minute here and see what all pops up, and then I'll go drone it out. Here's one. Two. Okay. Yes, let's go drone them out just to see if I did claim them. If I did not, I'll go do it. Also, it might be one that I haven't gotten before. Nice quiet ride, not getting grabbed by stalkers, you know. I wonder if there's a crush depth for these things. This might have been the wreck that I saw. Things are getting fuzzy. Okay, there's a data box in here. See the drone right there. Staring right at a door we need a weld. Just to confirm, camera 2 is by 1. And the other one is... Man, I really need to make that compass. In fact, how do I make the compass? Copper wire and sewing kit. Just enough for a sewing kit. Enough for that. I also made a fabricator up here because beats going back down. This will be nice. It makes navigation a whole lot easier. Just having that right there. I also did peepers. Okay, so aerogel. Okay, so that'd be, yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay, so there's a data box over there. So if I go claim it, it should go away. So I only see 2. I only grabbed enough of that stuff, so hopefully by the time I swing back around to the other island, you know, not the other island, the first island, I'll see them air bubbles, I'll be able to go and get it. I hope the air bubbles do go up to the surface like they should. Or else I'll go and plop a camera over there. Or if it's not within range, then it doesn't tell me, you know. I also gotta go get that.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cell rigged to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
I'm sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the light pod.
You're calm about this.
Okay, so you put a power cell onto a sea glide?
If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
That is genius. Captain! Captain just got exploded. Oh, already in the PDA. Well, got that thing. Can I take the solar cells? At least there's 2 that looks good. Okay, let's go over here. Grab this beacon, because it's a little pointless being where it is. Did I... No. What is that? Bioreactor. Did I already go into this one? No, I did not. I don't think I'm gonna need my knife. If I'm gonna have to cut open the door. However, these stalkers think they might change my mind. Okay, we are down. We are blind. We have light. We are not blind. Gas crew manifest Bart Torgal. Okay, so this is a piece of the Gassi. So, do I have all the components for ye old stasis rifle? Yes, I do. Anything else funny? So, I didn't have to cut open the door at all? Huh. Okay. Neat. I wonder if there's pieces for the power cell charger here. None that I could see. That guy don't look good. Also, I'm wearing my rebreather right now, so if we start ticking radiation, then, you know, we know. Because I've went at least a couple days in game. So it shouldn't be radioactive. At least, I say, shouldn't be. Even though I'm pretty sure I am close enough to the Aurora right now. That I should be getting cooked. Though, could be wrong. So, makes diving a lot easier. Makes oxygen efficiency really nice. I do want to build a CMOF and all that, but I want to make sure I have all the components before I jump headlong into something. Where's camera 2? Alright, let's give this place a summary check. Door that's impassable. Gateway that's not. Let's check everything outside before we go inside. So far I'm just seeding parts for the sonar room. So let's check in here to see if we need to actually cut open that door. Modification station, battery cell charger, still water. Do actually need that. More water. Okay, open sesame. There's a door over here that I need to weld. Might as well weld both of them so I have quick access out of here. So I have two ways of getting out of here. And it's behind this door. So, if this door is a sealed off component to the rest of the ship, should have something a little better in it. Lightweight high capacity. I already learned that. Just a bunch of parts. Should be like straight. I vaguely remember something being like around there. I also don't know if there's a Leviathan lurking around here either, so... And if it's dark around here and I put that light down here, it'll make it a little easier to find. So if we do find any rupees, we gotta snag them up. Also, if we find the sea treaders, try and not get in their way. Okay, it's gotta be... What is that? Ah, right here. Haha. Victory says me. And I have room. so I'll be grabbing stuff. Oh, there's Ruby. I picked up a data pad here. Obviously for pod 19. I did not see that there was another one. To all crew, if you're reading this, you have followed the automatic stress broadcast by this life pods on board computer. Contrary to my orders, I have been forced to evacuate. Your orders are to disregard my safety and attempt to reach designated rendezvous coordinates at the nearest landmass. Okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
Uh-huh. Need that. Yeah, buddy.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay. On the walls. Hello, Reginald. Need a pitch at that, but mostly we need quartz. Or not quartz. Yeah. That stuff. Ruby. Honestly, kind of glad I put this here. Because that's kind of a long way up the down ratio. And I have the rebreather on, which does help with efficiency. We could literally watch it grow. Which honestly wouldn't be a bad thing. Good thing for progression. As we're sitting here waiting, might as well watch it grow.
Biodiversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
Okay. Weird. So I know I'm probably going to be putting a base around here. Since I grabbed that spare beacon. Put that guy there. And we'll go... There we are. Wait a minute. Okay, we got that, we need more rubies. More specifically, we need another lump of brinkroll down there. Cooked spadefish. Man, it's like a deep dark abyss that the light doesn't really quite render yet. It's very spooky. That guy right there. That guy right there. I mean, might as well put some eye stalks on it, since, you know. Ow, rude. I can't see my PDA. I can't open my PDA. Okay, third time's the charm. Okay. Checking the caves, proceeding slowly, hopefully not getting mauled by the other wildlife. So it goes lower. It's another one of them their vents. How did I swim so far away? Just gonna die right there. So my stuff doesn't roll everywhere. So now I gotta make it back to where I don't know where I died, but it was 100 meters away from somewhere. Okay. You died and lost some belongings. Okay. So, how about light stick? Do I have the light stick learned? Is that... I did not want to do that. There. Light stick, ingredients unknown. Oh, flu. We already know what that data box is. So we can cease the search. Ah, another stalker tooth. They broke one of them. They broke another one off. Good, good. And what? Window. Well, dang. Figure the guy never runs out of titanium. Well, turns out you do. Oh, okay. Okay. We'll just make that bend out of glass. How about that? Because I should have one glass from the pane that I broke down. And then that would be my second glass. So now I'm gonna need to segment off my base with bulkheads. Just be sure it doesn't flood above ground. Don't know if it can, but beggars can't be choosers whenever you paranoid never killed a cat. Yes. Okay. Now we can actually get in and out of here with the sea moth. Okay. Groovy. Okay. So we will remove the marker. Not for that. We need more moon poles. With that, add that. Need to take off the hatch. Replace it with bulkheads. Hey, that actually isn't that bad. I know a window over here, but, you know. So let's build this upgrade bay, since, you know. Since we can.
After weeks without human
Ha,
contact,
egg on my face. I did build a ladder.
psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly outdated. Adjusting a pet, amorphized inanimate object.
I'll anthropomorphize you. Name you to Gary. We will. I have fooled you. Ah. Another way down here. Man, those guys are just everywhere. Just call this thing Crash Fish Cave Central. Jeez. Wow, okay. To build that advanced... actually, how expensive is it to make the advanced wiring kit? I don't think so. I think I got underwhelmed by the... Yeah, okay, so that's not much. I thought that was going to require, like, enameled glass or something, you know, a bit more expensive. Okay. Grab this, grab our tool, meander on over here. Build the ladder. Climb down the ladder. We are in the moon bay. Underwater. Now we're gonna get another table crawl and another gold sample. We're gonna build a fabricator down there. Got more copper. We are going to be building the bulkheads because this does fill up with water, and I don't want this becoming a flood hazard for the rest of my base because I accidentally knock it and it does something. Also, whenever the oxygen gets cut off, there should still be air to the rest of the base if it's above water. If it's sealed off correctly. Okay, so since we need titanium, let's scan for metal salvage. Since we're able to scan for quite a large distance, we'll be able to account for a lot more. I'm also going to put my rad mask away. Put my lithium away. Lost all my rubies. Like Zelda, lost them all. Except not... yeah, I lost all my rupees. I didn't hit hard enough. Ah, cool. Ah, yes. The fields of stuff that are growing nicely. Seems like they grow kind of better. So let's feed this lantern fruit into here and see if it takes any longer to get chewed through in stark comparison to a marble melon and a Chinese lantern fruit. Because there should be a difference. Can't smack a melon with my... sticking above the water and all that. Power cell? Nope. 2 table coral, gold, copper wire. Two table coral. The gold. And the copper wire. Got the chip. Now all we need is another copper wire. And then the titanium, and then we're in like Crisco. By the way, we did mark it. So we do know where it is. Let's have that mark be red. So it's easier to find whenever I'm meandering around in the murkiness of the watery ocean. I heard you hear the ping every now and then, the slight of it finding more stuff. Oh, quartz. Okay. So I just gotta find another quartz in the sea. So that's what happens whenever you drop stuff. It just sits around. Isn't quite good for the game to have that stuff kind of there. Okay, that's a lot more metal salvage than what I even had thought. I'm already full. Stop up here. I will not answer that because I do not want that to be the Degassi crew. Or the Sunbeam crew. Alrighty, so let's break all this down. It's a shame we need rubies, but as soon as we build a scan room around there, we'll be able to scan for the rubies. The only thing we need is a multi-purpose room, the bioreactor, but first things comes first, we take care of the home front. We add some bulkheads for extra flavor and reinforcements. Also, seals off the base. So if this side floods, well, you know, it gets dealt with. Should I have more than one? I obviously have one right here, but I have one right here. More than not, it's better to have them like this because it could just be a segment that gets whacked, and then if it's not all sealed up and you know your whole thing floods and you're kind of whistling Dixie down water. Okay, so we have the control chip. We have all the components necessary to build the upgrade module. Let's put it right here. Let's check that off the list of things that I need to build. Soon as we find it. Check them off the list. Bulkhead 2. Multi-purpose room. And bioreactor. The essential things, no. power cell charger is not necessarily essential thing at the moment because we do not have a CMOS. So let's unselect that. And since I'm not really going to be going for having a traditional base in a nutshell, I'm going to be doing another... Let's just seal this off just in case. I'm a little paranoid. Let's leave this open because we have one up here. Okay, so we're getting ever more popping up. Okay, so we're going to build more titanium ingots with the titanium we don't have. No, I can't. I don't have any room out there. Forgot. Put you guys on the charge. Already got more than enough batteries with me to do what I need doing. Looks nice, doesn't it? Can't quite see the marble melons, but they're there. And they're growing. Knife. Alright. It's a shame I can't salt a marble melon, but, you know, that's life. Okay, so the nearest metal salvage is over here. Let's go over here. Because then we're going to build a mobile vehicle bay, and then once we get enough components, we might be able to build the prawn suit as well. Not saying that we will be able to be using it much, other than having it around because we built it. We have no attachments for it. So we can't go deep diving, or else we're going to get stuck, or we're going to lose it to crush depth without the grapple arm. I mean, yes, by all rights we could make it, but it's not that good utilitarian-wise. Makes getting around a little easier, but I think it has 2 power cells versus the one that CMOS has. Yes, I can make upgrades for it, but I do not think I could probably do that in a wise sense. I mean... okay, so how do you get polyaniline? Hydrochloric acid and gold. Okay, how to get hydrochloric acid? Deep shrooms. Okay. Don't know where to get them, because I assume they're deep dark in the deep down. So after weeks without human contact, you will start to talk to your PDA and name her Ada, or something weird along those lines. It's for spawning in stuff. The stuff wasn't necessarily here. Of course, while I'm over here, head back, refine it up. I'm probably going to make a lot more titanium ingots because that seems to be an essential core component to later on things. As it stands, we need 2 of them to build the moon pool. So, since I have the Mark II upgrade for the Seamoth, it should be able to go another 200 meters down. Should. I say should, although I'm not quite too sure on that, because it doesn't exactly tell me how much more it increases the depth, the crush depth, but I don't want to assume on anything, so I'll just say something reasonable. I'll say like 150 extra meters, or 175, something around there. Got the lead. No. Grab our build tool. I don't need cords. However, I do need another lube. And a tad bit more titanium. I could even actually imagine how much lube would actually play a key role in just making sure everything works just good. Not great, but just good. Okay, so... No. We need to go back in. We need to dump off the titanium that we have in the locker, and then we can go and get more. You know what? Open ye all hatch. Close that behind me. Yonk. It's not there. Then it's there. If that isn't more than enough to see that it is force spawning and stuff in, that could be to my benefit. Okay. Hey, put that down. Actually, no. Keep chewing on it. Lose teeth. Because there's already one around. So, what's another? Okay. Huh. Let's put it right here since I'm gonna be looking over here mostly. I should be. need 14 titanium. Okay. Okay. So, we need silver. Let's put all of our titanium away and let's go scan for the other chunk. Well, let's actually go and get more. Let's fill up the container at least of titanium so we don't have to worry about it for the moment, even though we are gonna have to worry about it because that shit apparently takes a bit of titanium just to make an ingot. Yeah, you're getting angry. I'm taking all your shiny scrap. Taking all your scrap. What are you gonna do about it? Better call Saul. Can't even grab another one. Okay, is there anything down here? Like that? That? Silver. Your gold. Your silver. Need the silver more. So now I have the silver for the wiring kit for the bioreactor. Goody, goody. Actually, let's remove the water purifier and replace it with something else. Replace it with that. Okay. So I have a power cell. Let's have you scan for that. Oh, can't even do that. Let's put the scrap in here. Let's build. Where is the power? Yup. Well, I didn't even build it. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, aren't I? Okay. would love the efficiency. Says, hey, the hull reinforcement. I probably might want to get that just because. And maybe the solar kit, so that I don't have to worry about necessarily running out of a charge. Not quite what I wanted to make, but copper wire is pretty good too. Not when you don't have any copper. Well, that just put the royal crunch on the plan.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Well, we've built the bay. Now let's give it a look. Got the seam off. Got all the components to build it. Save for the power cell and the other glass, which I'll acquire now. There's the glass. And I'm pretty sure I need another silicon rubber to do the need another silicon rubber to do the thing. Right? Yeah, silicon rubber. Well, man, get your knife out, cause you're gonna get shabized. Okay. So. That's not how you make the stuff? Oh, C clusters. Well, to be fair, now we have another mesh. We're gonna need more of the silicon rubber for the base down below. Fortunately, we get 2 per 1. Battery. Then we'll go ahead and build Mr. Seamoth. Hopefully he don't get splatted. Okay, guys.
But remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
Oh yeah, I'll always remember that. Okay, it hit the water. Okay. Now I just need to go grab the upgrades for it. I'll be able to transport a bit more material. I also need to change the color on my Seamoth, a color that I will not forget. We'll make it yellow. Access upgrades. We got the storage module, and then we got the depth Mark II. 500 meters. Okay, so that's way vastly more than what I would even have thought.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, so how's the storage looking? Pretty decent, pretty decent. Put the 2 gold in there. Two copper. I need another lubricant. Just what I thought. I don't have spare lube. I always keep the stuff fresh on demand, apparently. Okay. Got some lube. Put away the extra copper that I have. I do not need the extra quartz. Nope. Nope. Yep. So if I recall, I need about 14 of this stuff. Salt. I have 0 clue why I have lead. Need my sea glide. Never leave home without it, because that seems kind of dumb. Nope. Nope. Yes. Add another bulkhead. Can't see again. Alright, that covers up the inventory pretty nicely. Let's go put this one silver away so that I don't have to go worrying about it. We're gonna have to be mindful of our power. Though, don't quite know how power drain is. Out of silver on the get-go, so that kind of helps. Got some batteries that I need to charge, yeah. Although, I think I remember something vaguely about there being ion batteries. Not quite too sure where I would get the ion crystal, when I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be using the ion crystals to make the tablets. I don't, of course, don't know exactly how much I'm gonna get from inside the gun installation, or is that just a random amount? Of course, I don't nearly have enough batteries to feel safe enough, but we have enough chunks scanned. Does not seem quite like all of them, but it seems like it is. Let's get back on the camera. Take it back here. And if I don't, or this thing runs out of power, I could always grab it and can it. Seems like the highest concentration of the stuff is over here. Huh. It's a mirror of those stalkers coming after me. Hope they're not. Okay. So. I picked up a dead boomerang. Not even a cooked one. A dead one. I picked it up too quick. Okay, now we just need to consult the water. And then from there, we're good. We could probably consult the water really quickly, like, just by marble melon. So it's going to be a little weird having a seam off, considering I haven't used one in a minute. And it seems like with the light on, it didn't really drain the battery. So, let's get boogieing. Also, I want to collect one of these gas bulbs. Or a few. In case of, you know, whatever. But just to have. Acidic compound. Not necessarily a natural biological thing, but it is natural. Man, this thing goes so deep. Like, about as deep as the Degassi had. Life pod ain't even that deep. Maybe a little over 100. I also get to recolor this whole thing. Sure, how did you do so much damage? Dude, no, not cool. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There is a Leviathan. I just heard it. Dude, that gives me the frickin' chills. So bad, dude. Okay, Ruby. Now hopefully I won't kick the bucket since I have this thing. And I got Reginald's around that I can cook up like so. Oh, there's a good bit of rubies around here, eh? Quartz too. I did not realize there were bleeders here. Why not make it by the alien vent? You know, why not? Wait, is there a wreck here? What are you? Hey, there's another thing! Wait, let's see if we have enough inventory space. Oh, what do we get? Ah! His name is Gary. Oh no, did I not have enough room to pick it up? Is that a cuttlefish? I have never got one. I hope I didn't just butch it up that I... How big is a cuttlefish? Like, I don't know. Thermal plant, yes. Yes! Now we can build the thermal plant. Yes, progress. Ooh, that is kind of cheap. Combine that with this to the heat source. I'll have a source of power that will last me indefinitely. It'll just take me a minute to lay the power transmitters, but other than that, it's good. It still sounds like that there's a Leviathan around being very weird. It's sending my nerves alight, like every feeler in my body is like on end. How about no? Oh, I didn't even... I'm dumb. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't even have enough room. Maybe I do. Man, now that I'm deeper, my hull strength is like really low. can't exactly go in there. But I'll mark off the things that I did build. Okay, so have the resource for the fabricator, add the resource for the bioreactor. I just didn't have the I can build a hatch. There's quartz around. So I can, yes, get into the base. Just 2 titanium. Do I have 2 extra titanium?
Seconds.
Felt like I had something on my back. Okay, so okay. I thought I was gonna have just no quartz. Apparently it's just decently hidden. I didn't even bring the lead. Dude, if that is not a Leviathan that I just heard out of that base, that cry just now, I don't even know what is. If that isn't a clear enough sign how royally boned I am if I don't be careful right now.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
There's about no light around here.
30 seconds.
Okay, so
Welcome aboard, Captain.
we are safe aboard here for the moment. So let's consult the pad here. Oh, there's uranium. I think I'm gonna need to get more range upgrades in order for me to accurately. Well, I need copper and magnetite, but I don't exactly have them at the moment. That's one thing I could pin. I certainly need more reinforcements. Okay. So, is there a heat source around? Not that I could tell. But there are limestone chunks around. And can I get magnetite from that one material? Geological shale. Gold, lithium, diamond. Nope. But there's a data box around here. And there's also uranium. So do I have a nuclear reactor learned? No. Am I probably going to be skinny diving out here? Probably. Okay, because don't want to get got by Repeat Man, so we'll go out here surveying with the drone just to make things safe. There's the other half of the torpedo arm. There's thermal plant pieces. Another thermal. Now it just found magnetite. There's light stick. It's worth it enough for me to go over there. Okay. We are running out of stuff. That's fine. So we have more stuff down here. Let's get our Sea Glide out. Now we have the torpedo arm. Apparently we didn't have an office chair. Water. Light stick. Okay, welder. Look away. But if it does manage to find a heat source, good on me. Reinforced dive suit. I am not opposed to this. There's another one over there. At least the base is somewhat lit up. Okay, so I'm gonna build some storage down here. With the stuff that I just got. funny feeling I'm gonna die. Now I know, I guess, where to find all the stuff for the prawn. But hey, having the drill arm, or not drill arm, having the torpedo arm, Cyclops fire suppression system. That seems important to have.
Blueprint acquired.
I thought they came with that. Apparently not. Apparently I would have been whistling Dixie uphill. And all this open emptiness is too much for phobia wise of, you know, open bodies of water. You know, I have a minor version of it just because I can't see beyond it. But yeah, that'd still be scary, not knowing what the hell is out there. Like, I know there's a Reaper den, at least with one of them, or two of them around here. Might as well put all the titanium in one. %57 there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Stop Scan. Make the grid. Slap it in here. See what all you can see. Which is actually a lot. Is that the crater edge? Man, I hope not. That is, that kind of explains the wailing that I'm hearing. Okay, so if it just pings Reaper Leviathan, then you know we're kind of boned. Like, boned on a good sense, but on a other note, I would be able to actually ping the big old ugly mug and actually figure out where he is. At least I think, since it does it with reefbacks, I think it depends on if the size of the entity. Ah, fiber mesh. Okay, apparently the materials around just take a minute to spawn in. It's perfectly fine. Totally not kind of scary.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. Now, since I don't really have any other source of food down here, this is gonna have to suffice.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Might as well end it off here, considering this is good progress. I'm going to zip over here. So nicely lit up. Pick up the beacon, bring it over here. Mark this the third base at whatever depth it is. We'll go 150.
Seek fluid
Nothing growing quite yet. If that was the case, I imagine there'd be a tad bit of light. Never scanned a gel sack. I imagine I could probably just compost it. Or, compost it. Put it in the, machine. I'm gonna have another plant in here that is also a light producer. By the way, if I were to scan for gel sacks, it would show up the gel sacks that I planted. Let's just get the inventory full of snackies. Get the water all situated. Till at least it says vital signs stabilizing. What did I ever tell it to stop? I think I did. We're going to keep on expanding this. When I mean we, I mean I. I'm going to have a hell of a fun time trying to do this.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yes, seek fluid intake immediately. Fortunately for you, I have all the fluid you need. And a scary dark portal to Neverland. Because it's never the land you want to be in.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright. With that being said and done, we are under the second island. Well, the first island. Floating island. I assume we are directly below it, but there is a Reaper around. Next episode, we will be hopefully seeing where that thing is so I don't accidentally get got from it or to show up on my little scan here. Either way, I'm gonna need to get more magnetite, go back home, grab more, and make the upgrades for this, come back, and then do the check just to see. But that would be for another time, where I will do that off stream on my time, which I'll probably need to do for my own damn safety. Oh, look, there's the island. I didn't even notice that. That's cool. So, we know where the island is for a point of reference, so it was right here. So, I'm assuming it's somewhere around here. We can also get a good view of the cave systems around. We should be getting pings for additional things that can be found using it. So that'll be great. But especially the fact that we can scan for uranium now, because that means we'll be able to make the fuel rods for the reactors. But we have to find the rest of the blueprint for the reactor. I'm assuming I will only be able to make the fuel rods either once I get the uranium or I get the blueprint for it. So I will go and pick up one on my own time and confirm that. Additionally, reinforced suit, synthetic fibers. Don't quite know how to get that yet. But we got the light stick, which that's a bit better, I would say. I think I need to get the resources in my hands in order to figure this out. But either way, it's a lot of complicating things, but the big thing is we got the accessibility to build the thermal generator, and we can just power pile on and daisy chain it to wherever we need the power transferred. And depending on how hot it is, the more power I will get. So, back at base, the main one, in the shallows, I'll be able to utilize that heat vat that's around by daisy chaining power from there to my base. And that is going to be something great to look forward to, because I'll build that all on stream, so you guys will be able to see. I might go get the resources off camera to do it, but I won't build it. That's what I will do for future things. I will go and gather the resources if I know where to get them, but yeah. So, we have a Seamoth. That is improvement. We do have the option for other things, but once I get a moon pool down here, we'll be able to do a little more with the assurance that our Seamoth is not going to get eaten by anything outside of the base. We are almost close to crush depth. We are at 8.8 structural support, so we are going to need to add more reinforcements, either in the form of hull reinforcements, bulkheads, or anything else that would increase it, like a foundation or some such. So, I will probably be doing this again around the same time tomorrow, if I'm not that beat tomorrow from what I'm going to be doing. So, we have all the things that we need to do. Additionally, I will put the power pylon marker up here on the hot tab, so we have that as a point of reference. Additionally, we also got this, but I don't know how to get crystalline sulfur yet, so I guess we won't get that yet. But fortunately, we don't even have the Cyclops yet, nor do we even really know how to maneuver it yet, so that's going to be fun, trying to learn that. We also got the torpedo arm. That's something to look forward to. Maybe I'll be able to make gas pod torpedoes and launch them at the creatures that want to do me harm. Additionally, have also gotten the light stick. But we do not need the light stick. Priority tools. We need the stasis rifle. But as well as synthetic fibers. Have really no clue how to make them, because it's not giving me any hint. Like any I could rack my head around. So, we got more things queued up to build for next time. We got the power pylons, we got the stasis rifle, we got the extra ranges, we got the thermal vent. I suppose we could take off the biogenerator because we do not need that right now at the moment. But once we get the nuclear, then we'll be able to cook with gas for a little longer up until we find a heat source around that'll be able to chain to and then get free infinite power depending on how much power I'm drawing, because that also has a key factor to play into it. Somehow I don't think that reef bag is actually a reef bag. I'm probably going to go to the reef bag to confirm that it's a reef bag and then get eaten. It's going to be an unfortunate set of events. But guys, we are under the island. Things are going to get spooky. Be prepared for even more spoopage next time. Till then, hold your butts and be prepared for the next stream. Part 6, coming out soon. Part 5, this one, will be out on YouTube a little later due to YouTube taking its jolly old time, getting it all rendered in HD and standard edition for viewing purposes. So if you're ever wondering why it takes any long time for the stream to be uploaded to YouTube, fret not. It's just YouTube taking its time, making sure everything's right, everything's uploaded properly, so that you'll be able to view it at your own leisure. Again, have a good day.